Welcome back, all my Dead by Daylight enjoyers. We have moved on to the last game of the night of oh my god, I forgot who it was. Source versus Deception. We're going to be playing Spirit first, and then we got Slinger and Demo is the tiebreaker. But we're going into the Spirit first, which is Source pick. So we're going to be seeing X-Tap on the Spirit. Casting with me on this one tonight is Kieru. How are you, my friends?
I'm doing pretty well. How are you?
Yeah, pretty good. It's kind of fun watching these games. It's very good to see how all these other teams play, and just getting hyped up and hyping these games up, and making sure all our viewers in the Twitch chat are enjoying their nights as well. But we see XTAP coming in, trying to find these survivors. We catch out who I think was Potato Savage, just there, dropping our firecracker a little earlier. Nice blind losing Potato, and stun coming through as well, getting XTAP bonked on the head, trying to chase him down towards that 9 side of the map. I do believe that is exactly where we're going. We hear some generator working, or a little bit of an early swing there, not quite getting that hit onto LV Duck. A nice little leave there. LV Duck making this pallet. This is such an insane start. No hits too early.
First is always most crucial with Spirit. As long as you can get to Crane, which looks like we have Bus, which is quite unfortunate, but could be God Bus, unfortunately not. Now we see, an early first down actually. Up at the top side.
Yeah, absolutely. That LV Duck just not quite getting anywhere, not quite able to make it to the pallet at the bus. And like you said, it's not. I think it looked like the God bus. I don't actually know the difference. Let's be real. They all look the same to me. They've all got a pallet. It's a yellow bus, so to each their own. But this is looking pretty good for X-Up. I think we hear a survivor coming in from the pool, and yes, we do. So there's going to be a tag onto Potato Savage, and then we're just going to turn around and go straight for that tunnel. Never mind. We're actually changing our minds and going for Potato Savage. I think we might have a 3-gen here. I couldn't quite see because of how the chase is going, but a nice down onto Potato Savage as well.
Unfortunate early on hook. We need to get him out and into Shack with a safe pallet and get him straight to bottom. Because there's no 6, all the gens are top side. The most likely be working 4 and 7. Yep, there's progress at 7. Oh, and the pop, unlucky. And just come back straight to hook.
Yeah, that is such an unfortunate pop, getting all that progress out of the way. So we've still got 5 gens remaining, 2 hooks on the board, 2 fresh hooks on the board, I have to say as well. And we've got this hill that we can just sit up top and kind of watch this loose/tight 4-gen. And we saw some feetsies over there, so we're going to be getting onto chase with LV Duck once again. Oh, and a nice pallet stun coming through again, but we're not at the best Philip pallet. We're just trying to play a little bit of a mind game. X-Tap sees those scratch marks moving, but LV Duck able to make it to that pallet, and we see the unhook coming in onto Potato Savage, and that generator down at 7 has just been completed as well. Oh, we saw someone rotating over towards 12 as well. Can X-Tap find his tunnel out there?
Still hanging around bus. They might possibly need a body to get to Shack. Or unlucky down. They really need to think about getting out of this corner. That's the second insta down pretty much in a row. Oh, DS, I eat my words.
Yeah, but how far can Potato Savage get with that DS? Oh, getting a little bit lost there. X-Tab not quite hearing where Potato Savage is going. We got another pallet here to work with. Not dropping it, playing a little bit greedy. Actually looping the tile. Oh, both of them trying to play mind games with each other. Finally dropping that pallet. We see another generator in the background getting popped, and oh, damn, there's going to be a nice down onto Potato Savage. And that is their second hook, I believe. They're not playing this too bad. It's unfortunate that they can't get out of this 3-gen, clearly, because this is what X-Hap is playing around, but they are working on these gens, which is very, very important.
It's slow gen progress, although being hooked at 11 in this looks to be a 5-gen or 4-gen. It's really not ideal. Oh, checking lockers for potential stealth survivors. Might need to have a look at 2-gen, see progress on that. Where any, I think 2 just got popped. Yep, yes it did. Oh, seeing Recital repping the green Dwight.
Not quite giving that tag, which is exactly what you want. Using his Lithe perfectly just to make sure X-Hap isn't getting a nice little tag onto these survivors. I think what needs to be happening here is they need to be aggressively attacking that 10 and 12 gen. And actually they're coming in for the double unhook. Maybe someone will be coming in to take a hit to get Potato Savage down to the bottom side of the map. Potato Savage just taking his time, running through the middle. We know he doesn't have Lithe. We know he doesn't have Sprint Burst. So he doesn't really have any type of exhaustion to really work with. Maybe that, you know, Dead Hard, because we saw that DS earlier, and we're just kind of X-Tap just kind of zoning him towards this top side, which is exactly what you want to do. But at the same time, it doesn't really matter where Potato dies as long as it's not too far down the bottom, so we can't get back to pop that gen in time. And vaulting into his arms, getting a little bit lost, and oh, what a nice phase getting the down. So that's going to be the death onto Potato Savage. Now we're in a 3v1 situation with Recital still injured on the board. Maybe they get a quick reset off and try and attack this 3 gen as soon as they possibly can.
We did just see a missed skill check at 12. Oh, it's at 50. Possibly have a look for the Stealth and Survivor. Or check out 9 gen. Still a very, very nasty looking 4 gen up the top side though. Unlucky, Riley caught out. Stealth. 2 survivors at bottom. Recital makes it just a little bit of zoning going on. Should be a free tag unless he makes it to this pallet. Ooh, he wins the pallet. Not much to work with though. This will just be end up being a free tag. There it is.
Now does X-Tap commit to this? No, he doesn't. He's going to go back up and check his 3 gen, which is exactly what I would do. You've got 2 injured survivors on the board. If they reset, that is time on your hands. And we actually catch out Zydo trying to go up to the top side of the map, get onto those generators, but no, this is more than likely just going to be the down, and that's exactly what happens with Zydo just running into X-Tap's arms. But we're just going to slug and go check on this generator, because, you know, we've got all the time in the world, and oh, look at those pistons pumping. Now we have to try and catch out LV Duck, and LV Duck not quite given that hit, and X-Tap just trying to play for that hit as fast as they can. Maybe, oh, I was going to say maybe Riley's wrapping for that generator at 12, but I think X-Tap's just going to pick up Recital and hook as fast as they can so they can get that pop on that generator at 12.
Interesting it wasn't crawling towards the bottom side because it just hooked straight into the 3 gen, which they really need to get out of. There isn't much resources for them to run to anymore, which makes it even harder to progress gens, especially while injured.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I agree with you there. What they should be doing is working on this like bottom side gen, because it's possibly one of the safest gens, or even Shaq, because I don't know if Shaq pallet was used from what I can remember, and I don't know if Riley makes this pallet, and they do not dropping it just yet, playing it really patient by the pallet, finally dropping as the phase comes, but X-Tap just reading them like a book, gets that down. Maybe LV Duck and Recital have decided to double that generator at 12. Maybe get to that 1 gen scenario, and with that agitation, just able to pull them straight back up to the top side. This agitation is so strong on Spirit. If you don't die in the corner of the map where you need to, you're just getting hooked straight back in that 3 gen. Oh, no longer 3 gen.
It's not, might not be the 3 gen, but still pretty nasty. Although Shaq Pellet is still up, which should have been thrown well early into the game, and they've found 2 survivors at one side. This is not looking good for Team Deception. 1 filler pallet left. Sprint burst. And an interesting locker play, playing for the pull. 2 survivors on the standoff right now, watching choke point. I think that's actually head on, just sitting in the locker.
No, so what he's done there is if he gets in the locker and X-Tap picks Recital up, then LV Duck can run around and get the unhook, which is a very smart play, something you want to be doing, especially in situations like this where you're kind of falling behind the killer's tempo, and I think that's exactly what's happening. You can see the blood of Recital getting out of the locker, but unfortunately it's just not enough, and X-Tap is just reading them like a book and vaulting straight into his arms. X-Tap playing the same, but LV Duck was our unbreakable player, so they're more than likely just gone straight for that unhook, but I don't know if they make it in time. Maybe they should have waited for the pickup to happen onto Recital, anything like that, and Oh, maybe we might be able to stealth this one out. Playing very, very slow right now with these survivors.
It's gonna take quite a bit to come back from this. I can't honestly see them bring that back, but this game is full of surprises. Though they might just be playing for the slow game, like you said before. Reside will probably crawl to the bottom with LV and just do a full reset and see if they can pick one more gen out to close off this match. Although XTAP was holding hill, but now he's just having a look around 9 side. There is progress.
Yeah, and we do have Riley's about to meet their demise on the hook, and we have an idea of roughly where LV Duck was down, so they could potentially be stealthing down this bottom side 6, or they've wrapped all the way around the garbage truck to try and get Rosado, as you said, and just gonna try and maybe use our ears a little bit here, try and catch out that grunting Adam, which we haven't quite able to win. If we get a trauma tech and possibly get out the hatch, that's plus a couple of points for Team Deception. Then XHAP's just kind of playing around. I don't even know where Rosado was crawled off to, and I think if Rosado bleeds out, that's a fresh hook. No, I can't remember how many. No, Rosado has. Everyone's been hooked, so there's not going to be no fresh hooks. Yeah, I think they're playing for a trauma, or even just a bleed out in either door or hatch here.
Not sure what they're hooking up, but LV Duck was just doing the resetting of the crows by dropping the item and picking it up. Oh, he does find Residal. Possible door play, because he will be sitting right on hatch, so this will be an interesting ending. See if he gets found and not down at 6. I'm not sure where the gates are currently.
I think we saw one over at 6 where we saw LV Duck dropping his medkit and picking it back up. Yeah, we saw one over at 10 where XTAP was looking, and I think that's exactly what we're doing. Rosado is giving up on hook, making XTAP close the hatch, but I don't know if this is playable because he can see the door from where the hatch is, and then all he has to do is just check the door at 6. And that's exactly where LV Duck is. So LV Duck has to play this absolutely perfectly. Maybe the grunts of pain is just going to give him out 82nd now, but it's looking like a 4K one. Unless, if LV Duck gets out of this, I'll eat all my words. But, yeah, no, we check this door at 6, making sure there's, I was going to say, make sure there's no lights, and LV Duck just getting a little, I probably would have waited to see if he checks the door, and, oh my god, the SB again, once again. XAP just going for that swing and missing, so now this is the last and final chase onto LV Duck.
It was, yeah, I would have probably played the gates a little differently. It was a good effort though. Just banking on the, like, for him to check 10 and commit, like, maybe check edge map, see what happens, but unfortunately he checked bottom first, so it was unlucky 50 loss, but it was worth a try.
Yeah, absolutely. They all played out of their minds. A little bit of mishaps here and there. Unfortunately, getting hooked over and over and over again in that tight 3-gen just gave XTAP so much pressure on the board. But as you see, we get XTAP getting that 4K1. So Deception's got to have to be playing for that 4K2 win con. So we're going to be taking a short intermission, and we'll be back with y'all shortly. Welcome back, gamers, to the second game of the first set of Source versus Deception. We just saw XTAP get a 4K1 on the Spirit. Absolutely insane. Played around his 3-gen perfectly. Played the slugging game immaculate. So now we're going to be seeing the man himself, Potato Savage, take on the rivalry-ness. Anyway, we're going to be loading in right now. Kieru, what do you think Potato has to do to try and even get that 4K2 win con right now?
We'll definitely need to try and play sort of similar to Strack to keep them away from the tight, like the very safe loop like Shaq, which would unfortunately take a first chase here. But normally Crane and Shaq are your most safe loops, but we'll just see how this game plays out. See a strategy to win this 4K2 win con.
Yeah, it looks like Potato's getting a little bit lost there. Strack doing some juicing, taking chase to Shaq. Exactly what you said though. You know, going straight to Shaq, dropping that pallet. You want this chase to last as long as possible. Strax is using every single resource they can possibly find. Actually broke away to 6. Potato's just dropping this. Doesn't want none of it. Gonna try and find any survivors that are working on gens. Hopefully Strack has, you know, calmed in time that homie is no longer on him. We do see a fair bit of progress on this mid 12 generator, and we do see a nice 3 to 4 gen up this top side, exactly what X-Tap had as well. And we catch out Ronaldo on this matchstick tiles. If we have life, that'd be perfect. And we actually see another survivor walking into a lock over in the corner as well. That's going to be the first tag, and this might be a very fast down right now if Ronaldo can't get down to his bottom side of the map. And oh, we just make that pallet, dropping that instantly, but I don't think you last much longer. JK going to be swinging for the toes and not quite getting it. I think you should just hold W to the edge of the map here, and we're just going to be going down. But I don't know if you remember when I said this, Kieru. A spirit with agitation is insane. Watch how far Potato can get this guy onto the hook.
He did die bottom like he should on this map, but he still makes top, which is insane. You weren't joking about agitation. Well, they still get that bot 12 gen done. That was very crucial for their 3 gen. Source is looking much better this match. What a tag! Unfortunate, but unhook coming back for the tunnel. There is no more Shack pallet, but we do see Darwin with the sprint first, up the top again.
Yeah, taking chase onto Darwin. Darwin not run to the most optimal tiles with that sprint burst either. That's going to be another tag. We got a tag onto Stract and onto Darwin. Now Potato, although Potato's got this, you know, yeah, we're getting chased and a down onto Darwin. We did lose our tunnel, so we're basically playing for a brand new tunnel. We see the reset come onto Stract. I dare say Ronaldo's going to be getting reset at the same time as well, because they've probably just reset together. We do still I was going to say we sort of have a 3 jump top. It's very loose though, so we've got the Shack 10 and 12. I think the survivors of Source are playing this immaculately. They're popping the right gens. Committing to that generator at short 12 was exactly what they wanted. We find Strack here once again at the bus, the fun bus or bus of pain or whatever you want to call it. It's a nice little tag going to there. We see the unhook happen. Yeah, Potato's just dropping this again, once again going for another fresh hook, and that's going to be a down. Strack not quite reading that one, unfortunately, and that's just going to be a hook down towards this bottom side of gen. I don't think Potato really has a 3 gen to work with anymore.
It's more of a 2-1-2 split, so they are able to die either side reasonably safely. Left side's looking pretty empty as far as gens, so most chases should ideally go that way. Although 6, that's quite a bit of progress. No, doesn't look for the stealth, but just making his way back up to Shack. We do hear more progress. Interesting they're not going for the top gens. The more safer gens, I should say.
I think it's fine for them to be working the generator at 6. Shack's a little risky, especially at this point in game when you don't have any really resources around it. But yeah, now we actually catch out Gunther over here. Gunther doesn't have anything to work with because, like you said, all these resources have pretty much been dropped. And we've got these nasty matchstick tiles, and they're not the best tiles to work with. This here, nice little, I think it was quick and quiet on Gunther. Maybe a Lithe and something else that gave him no scratch marks as well. And we're just going to be dropping that, getting that tag, dropping it, going straight back to this generator at 5 because I know someone was working on it. There's not much progress though, so it's not the most, you know, important gen that's being worked right now. I think this is, I want to say Extract we're chasing right now. Ooh, trying to do a fake little swing, maybe bait the Bolt. We're going to be breaking it, zoning Extract up towards this top side of the map again. we have no resources over here, so this is probably going to be a tag any second unless Strack reads them perfectly, which is exactly what happened to Potato Savage. Potato Savage looking a little bit nervous right now, getting a little bit stressed over his gens.
Yeah, a little stressed, and Dance With Me with Gunther, that was the perk before. Or we catch a survivor self-link. Unlucky tag. Although Shack Pallet is dropped, so this might be a quick 2-tap Although he does make the window. There's still no resources. It's looking very dire for the Source players. We still need that gen progress going. Or running into the active gen, unfortunate. 6 does get popped. They're slowly... This is WinCon currently. One more for Tycon.
Yeah, if Potato Savage can hold this up, he does take the W4 Deception, but I don't know, the way Source are playing this, dying in pretty much perfect spots. Yeah, he ran into an active gen, but we still got, you know, 2 gens over that top side that we haven't seen Darwin in a hot... Actually, no, we saw them down bottom. I lied to you. I do apologize. You know, but we do have a little bit of gens being worked on, so we know that, you know, no one's not really doing nothing except for Strax. Strax not doing anything. And there we go. We've got the Tycon right now, so we know someone's over there working on that generator. We do know Gunther was pushing this generator at 12 before. It's got no progress right now, so no one's really on it. We see the unhook happening, and that's just going to be Ronaldin holding W to the bottom side of the map. Maybe try and find any resources they possibly can, which they do at 5. We're going to be playing around this tile here, but it's unfortunate. Potato with the short phase is going to be swinging, and that's going to be the death onto Ronaldin. Death at 1 gen. This could possibly still be playable for Potato, but if the survivors play this right and just slow it down, kind of play around where Potato is, they could definitely get that last generator pop. Shaq has got so much progress as well. But, oh, we're just going to be checking that generator at 12. We did see Gunther's arm there, who's stealthing at 12, but this gen has so much more progress, and I think Potato just wants to get rid of it as fast as they can.
They can 3-split this and just slowly tinker away at the gen progress, as there is now 8 gen regressions, so you can't hold this game forever, but if they keep tinkering down on these gens, they will eventually win the set. Although 12's got quite a lot of progress, he hasn't checked 5 in quite a while. We haven't seen Darwin in quite a bit now.
Yeah, I guarantee you Darwin's more than likely just sitting on that 5 gen, and like you said, they're doing this perfectly. They're just constantly attacking gens, making Potato Savage make a move. They're pretty much playing Potato Savage exactly how they want him to be played. Look, Strack just standing there playing a little bait game, like, come chase me, but Potato Savage just wants to make sure his gens aren't getting done. But we have to check that generator at 5 in a hot minute, and like you said, we haven't seen Darwin, so we know that something's being worked on right now. Okay, yeah, Shaq's being pressured, but, you know, this is more than likely just a distraction so Darwin can get 5 done.
I'm not sure if there was a pallet at 5. Oh, there is. No, there's not. It's still unsafe. Every pallet is gen, sorry, is unsafe. He just needs to commit to a chase and try and get as many stages as he can.
Yeah, but they did they had the perfect person working on that 5 generator. Darwin with the SB able to get out of any dead zone they possibly can. So they have Gunther and Strack being little nuisances on the other 2 gens, and one of these gens is going to pop, and this is more than likely going to result in outs in this game. Nice hit onto Strack, who's able to make it to now probably one of the only resources left on the map. We're just going to be playing around this filler tile at 7, doing some phasing, just going to hold W to the corner, because, you know, when that happens, more than likely one of those gens is going to be popping, and I think Potato knows this as well.
Yeah, they've played this very, very well. With a hook in front of the gate, we might just see 2 out. They won't really go for the extra stages, as WinCon has already been met. But they've played it. Potato has played this very well, considering. We do see progress on the 5 gate. Darwin's staring at him with the SB, being a little nuisance.
Yeah, I mean, Source is just... I think that's exactly why they picked Spirit. They know how to play around not only Spirit, but around the map records. Because you got to think about, like, the RNG that you're going to get as well. It changes constantly. So, yeah, the killers are the same, but your RNG is always different no matter what you're loading into. And I think Potato's going to try and get the most he can possibly out of this. We do see the lights on that door at 9 getting worked on. Potato's rushing over as fast as he can. Is the door going to get opened in time? No, Gunther's not quite able to get it. Oh, you can't hit my man Gunther, unfortunately, vaulting over that pallet, not quite getting that one potato. Gunther's going to be wrapping down towards 6. Maybe Strax has jumped back on that door and Gunther can take this hit. Oh, no. I was going to say Gunther can take this hit and go for the door, but JK, Darwin actually got picked unless that was unbreakable. I don't know who's running what perks, and this might be down onto Gunther. Yeah, Gunther's going to be taking it down here. Maybe vaulting into locker. Yeah. Jumping into the locker. Because if he gets pulled, then the other 2 get out. And that's exactly what Gunther is doing.
That other gate was 95. Yeah, there it is. Open. This looks to be... I'm not sure if Gunther was fresh, but possibly 7 or 8 stages. Oh, he was fresh, so... That'll be 9 stages. 9 stages, still pretty good result. See Stract creeping out of the gate. Not sure if they're gonna try and go for the save or not, but...
No way they try and go for the save. I mean, you've already met WinCon. Maybe try and do something so... Could be practice for another game in a later date, you know? But no, Strax taking the out. What? Okay, Darwin's coming in to get Gunther off the hook, but I don't know if Gunther even makes it out. Not with the way Spirit can just catch up to you instantly, and we're just more than likely going to wait out that B2 or even block him from getting to the door. And where did Gunther even go? Oh, Gunther's actually just wrapping back towards Shaq. We're going to be doing our last little 1v1 here with Potato Savage and Gunther. Gunther, playing that nicely little mind game there. Shaq got Potato Savage blocking the door at Shaq, so Gunther can't really run back through. Playing around this rock, Gunther able to break away to the tile to Potato Savage, given the nodders of approval. Just using windows to his advantage. Line of sight, everything. Gunther's just absolutely juicing out of his mind right now. Yeah, it's endgame and still not able to get him down. Potato, come on, what are you doing? Mans has nothing to work with and we're still not able to get him down. Gunther's taking this man for a walk.
It was quite an interesting endgame. Interesting pull, I will say. Not sure if they were trying to save stages or give him extra. I will not know what their motives are. Darwin doesn't seem to be unbreakable. Unless he used it early in the trial. But I'm not really sure what their gameplay was there. Do you have any ideas what they might have been doing for this? Oh, he actually does get out of the gate.
Hey, Darwin actually managed to crawl over the gate. And Gunther gets out as well!
Yeah.
Oh my god, do not mess with Sauce. They just took Potato Savage for an absolute run. That was insane. So that's going to be the win for this Spirit for Sauce. We're going to be moving on to Deathslinger, which is Deception's pick. So stick around, get a drink and whatever, and we'll be back after a short intermission. Welcome back, my gamers. We're going into the second set of Deception versus Source. We just saw Source take the W on the Spirit set. That endgame was absolutely insane. Somehow all 3 of them got out. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch it. You'll absolutely love it. But regardless, we're moving on. Going into Deception's pick, which is Slinger on the Suffocation Pit. Personally, played one of these last weekend, so also if you want to check that out, you know, Cat Jam versus J-Duck, I think we played. I can't even remember. But anyway, enough about me. Going in, we're going to be seeing Popcorn, my man, with the Slinger, coming into Deathslinger. Have you seen much Deathslinger gameplay, Kieru?
Yes, on the old team with Popcorn, he's quite a very sharp shooter with Deathslinger. He's been in very consistent results, and I'm really excited to see him play today.
Yeah, I know. I've seen a couple of his nurse. I don't know. I can't remember. But only other killer gameplays. I haven't seen him play Deathslinger, so I'm keen to see how he's gonna play. And going for that shot, but not quite able to get it. If he got that though, that would have been absolutely insane. We see some scratch marks. People trying to stealth. I was gonna say up the map, but Corrupt is on this top side, so we've got Frozen taking chase up towards the Corrupt side of the map, which is exactly what we want to do. I think Popcorn's just going to drop that and maybe go check on his generators, make sure none of these other survivors have crossed that choke, which is more than likely happened. And we've got Pow actually taking the first hit. That's really unfortunate, just vaulting into Popcorn's arms, which is exactly what Popcorn wants. Now he can just commit to this chase and possibly get a very nice early down here, which is exactly what has happened. That is so unfortunate for Source.
Interesting that he's running prison chains instead of cigar. I know sometimes he likes to switch them up, but I wasn't really expecting it this match. Although getting hooked in the corner away from every gen is an interesting decision, but I will let Popcorn cook.
You're gonna have to remind me what Prison Chain's done, because I don't know any of the Deathslinger add-ons besides Cigar. So, what does that actually do? Oh my god. And we found Darwin just trying to hide in a spot that, not gonna lie, I've definitely hit it in before. Probably not on game day, definitely in scrims. And oh, I was gonna say if Popcorn gets a nice shot, that'll be a down for Darwin. But anyway, what does Prison Chains do? Is that like sloppy or something?
No, it basically just makes the chain longer to break. Pretty much.
Oh yeah.
And
So
so
basically
we've
you
got
just...
deja vu with that with Mark and that little bit on Sopho from the previous sets. Bit of deja vu there.
Mark like hiding in that little corner as well.
Yeah.
No, it's a good spot, I swear it works. But no, you can actually see like over the little boxes when a survivor is walking in there, which I had to find out the hard way. And Popcorn's sitting in a very nice spot. Getting that tag onto Darwin was so detrimental for Source. We see this generator over at 9 getting worked on, and oh, a nice shot onto Frozen. We see Powell getting just hit second stage as well, so Popcorn can actually commit to this unless you want to just confirm the death here. We do have a little 3-gen over at this bottom side of the map, and I will say from experience, getting out of this bottom side of the map is so much harder than like top, because top is such a bigger area, and getting chased around here and having a 3-gen or 4-gen in this bottom side is just ugh. But we've got Stract coming in to take a hit. Oh no, but we're just getting shot around, and we have to take this hit, but no, we're not. Stract is just not taking that hit. Unfortunately, Popcorn just swinging around him, and that's gonna be the death at 4 gens. That's absolutely insane.
He's got to be happy with this. There was no fill, unfortunately, for Gunpowder, was it?
Gapow, I've been informed. Yeah.
Gapow. No fill, unfortunately, to make it to top. And couldn't make Shag either. Although I feel like Prison Chains would have also helped with that situation if he was managed to block the door to stop the tunnel out and make Shaq pallet, but unfortunately it didn't make that one. Although we did see 1-gen pop at top, which breaks the 3-gen, I do believe.
I think it breaks a fairly decent 3-gen at top, but we still sort of got like 4 gens towards that top side. They are mainly down bottom now, but we catch the survivors who just did reset. We got another tag onto Darwin. We're going to be just reloading our spear gun harpoon thingamajiggy here, taking chase at main, which is so rough for the Deathslinger to chase around. If you don't get your shots on or you don't zone properly with your gun, these survivors can just loop you for years on this, and that's exactly what happened. Popcorn missing that hit, gonna break that pallet because that actually extends a loop. We take that vault, and Darwin's kind of just running into Popcorn, actually. Never mind. Oh, but dodging the chain. I think Popcorn needs to drop this and go check those bottom side generators.
Looking at the gen setup now, it is looking a little bad for Popcorn. Progress at 3, and he spots the survivor. Oh, unlucky shot onto Frozen. Still gets the tag. Another gen popped in the distance.
Yeah, we see that gen pop in the distance.
Ooh, good shot.
A nice shot, and that's going to be a down onto Frozen. He's still sort of... I want to say he has a 3-gen, but it's very, very split, and probably pretty easy for the survivors to play around, although Darwin is injured, so it could be a potentially bad outcome for these Source survivors. We're still at 3 gens remaining. We've still got a sort of short 3-gen at that bottom side, but we do have that gen at 10, which makes I don't know, these gens are just all over the place. Kind of like a ziggity zaggity. We know someone's working on this 11. We hear the pistons pumping in. Oh my god, I was gonna say that was absolutely amazing if he hit that, but no, just missing his shots here and there. But this probably will be the down. Darwin doing a little bit of a flashlight click, maybe waste time. I don't know what his plan was there, just knowing he's going down, and Popcorn having that pop on his Deathslinger, just reducing the pressure on that generator at 11.
Yeah, with that such a short rock, there wasn't much he could do there, unfortunately. But there shouldn't be much gen progress, as we did see one of the bottom gens pop very, very like recently. So they should get this reset and then slowly work towards getting the pick and possibly sit on the bottom gen too.
Sorry, I zoned out a little bit there. Not gonna lie. But yeah, we still have a fair bit of pressure on the board with Frozen being injured. I dare say they've more than likely just wrapped down to that bottom side, maybe get some more pressure. We have a bit of progress working on this gen, and that pop's just gonna not really eat that because it didn't really have that much progress. We see the unhook happen, which is on the other side of the map, and this is where Deathslinger really struggles on this map. If those hooks are far enough away from the gen, the Deathslinger has to walk for days just to get back to the hook, or even just get to a generator to use his pop as well. So once all those pain reses are gone, it kind of just starts to slow down for the Deathslinger, unless your chases are really fast and all these survivors start running into you. And Popcorn does a double back and actually catches Darwin off guard, and this is going to be a down. Oh, that was absolutely insane. Darwin not really holding their check spots. We're going to just be dropping down, trying to play as much time as they possibly can. Maybe there's a generator popping down that bottom side of the map, and Popcorn's just going to be hooking closer to that bottom side. Like I said, he has less distance to walk because he's carried Darwin so far down.
Being a 4.4, it is hard to patrol both generators. Well, those middle gens are a little bit of a saving grace. If they maybe focused on those ones at the start, it'll make it much more difficult for Popcorn to patrol both top and bottom. Well, we've seen quite a lot of pretty quick unhooks. Well, they're still just cranking down on that bottom gen there. Or a very close shot from Popcorn. But the two survivors are at top. One's injured. Interesting mind game. He might need to break that door.
Interesting mind game, but it managed to work for him once. I'm not against it, but if we miss in these shots, it's just going to extend these chases for longer and maybe allow Source to potentially get another gen in their back pocket, because we do know that generator in mid was getting worked on by somebody, and they are trying to break this like sort of shallow 3 gen, and we see the regression has stopped, so we know someone is around here somewhere, and it's more than likely Frozen because we saw Stract up top get the unhooked in. Yeah, luckily able to get that pallet drop in time. Not going to be going down anytime soon, but Frozen is injured, so this chase could potentially be a lot shorter than we want it to be. We're going to be vaulting the pallet, but Frozen's already held W to the filler pallet that's at the 5 corner, and we just saw that generator in mid pop, which is absolutely insane. You know, Frozen just coming, yo, I need that gen to be popped. So now we're at 2 gens remaining. We did just have Frozen go down. I don't remember if Frozen got hooked originally, so this could potentially be a pain res, which will more than likely hit the generator at 11, I do believe that they were working on. So Popcorn's just gonna drag him up towards mid and hopefully get to that gen before it pops.
With 4.4, we will see. I didn't actually check the icon if he did use pain res there. But, well, he does quite a way to walk. Progress on the bottom gen as well. As the unhook. About 50 on the gen. He could pop it or possibly find the stealthing survivor.
You know, choosing to pop that generator rather than going for the chase straight away is exactly what I would have done, because if you just go for that chase, then you're allowing the survivors of Source just to wrap back around and pop that pretty much for free. And we are going to be taking chase in the main building once again, which I think is Darwin once again, and this I was going to say, if Popcorn gets his shot, this could be a pretty fast down and a death, because Darwin is on death hook, but we're just going to be running around this main building. Haven't even hit chase yet, so Popcorn's not even gaining bloodlust. If Darwin plays this right, oh my god, Popcorn, maybe play a little bit patient on those shots and you might be able to get it. Doing a little bit of a spin, he knows he's just missing these shots, and now Darwin's... I was going to say, Darwin's kind of maybe misplayed a little bit running around the main building. Yeah, we've lost a lot of distance that we already had and trying to do some dodging, whipty-wopting, and we're just going to be going down anyway. But hopefully the survivors of Source are potentially doing another gen down that bottom side of the map, maybe doubling or even just splitting gens to get as much done as they possibly can and get the best win con for their killer.
Yeah, I'll probably be doubling. We have 2 healthy survivors. I think... yeah, Colette was our last special. We did briefly see someone stealthing at the 10 side. A little bit of progress. He's checking 11 instead. See if Stract can stay stealth. With 6 being progressed, this is pretty tough for Popcorn at the moment. Very, very split gens. With still main building and Shack. Ooh, down to 1 gen. There's still the split though. This is looking very bad for Popcorn. If last chase can last really long, they will see this out possibly.
I swear I just saw Stract behind the generator, but I must have been seeing things. I think Popcorn wasted a little bit of time at 11, allowed that generator at 6 to get done. This could potentially still work for these survivors. We have such a deep gen at 11, and then we've got another one at 3 that Frozen has more than likely just jumped straight on. These generators are so split. Yes, that generator is technically in the middle of the map, but it's pretty much a whole map size away with this Deathslinger. And we're just going to... Popcorn's just like making sure that Strack doesn't come out of his little hidey hole. We know he's over there. We know he's 100% over there. So, you know, making sure he's not coming out. We see the scratch marks leaving the generator. Nice pre-leave. We're going straight back to this generator at 10. If I was Strack, I'd be jumping on that generator at 11. It's so much further away. Oh, but we get caught out here, not quite able to make the pallet. There's going to be a tag, and this is our last fresh hook survivor as well. So if we get this down, there's going to be very, very tasty for Popcorn, unless Strack can absolutely juice out of his mind. Popcorn trying to do a little bit of scary mind game zoning around these rocks, and Strack playing very greedy around the pallet, just not dropping it because he knows as soon as he drops it, never mind, we actually get a stun onto Popcorn, allowing Strack to potentially make it to main building. And no, that's going to be the shot anyway, and that's going to be Strax going down, and we roughly have an idea where Frozen is as well, so that's going to be the down, pickup, and pain res, which is probably right in front of us.
I'll be interested to see if he plays for the pull or if he stealths for the gen. Or maybe even hatch, because it is quite a length away to walk. We do see him stealthing at 1, playing for the pull. This looks like they are going to play the long game.
Oh no, he might have just gotten spotted there at the back of main crossing over, which can be rough. It does happen, and yeah, we see the scratch marks from Popcorn's POV, just making sure that Frozen hasn't wrapped it around to get this pull onto Strack. And actually might have just lost a note. We actually catch him once again trying to cross over. This is not the right timing, just the timing's insane. We're going to be wrapping down towards bottom side of the map. I think he might do a little bit of whoopty-wopting chasing here and potentially play for a hatch play and get just at least a stage out, but no, Popcorn with the insane quick scope onto Frozen gets a nice tag there. We do see Strack hitting that second stage as well, so they're more than likely just going to let go so Frozen can potentially get an escape here and just get an extra point on the board for the team.
Ooh, I'm not sure if he makes it in time. He is going for a hatch. Well, with a great shot from Popcorn, securing the 4K1 win con. He did play well this match, even considering the gen split.
Yeah, no, they played that very well. Popcorn had some insane hits. He played around his gens pretty much to the best of his capability as a Deathslinger on the Suffocation Pit, with it being such a big map. 4K1 is insane result, you know? So we're going to be taking a short intermission, and we will be seeing Source up next on the Killer. So make sure y'all stick around, and we'll be with you very soon. All right, gamers, welcome back to Deception versus Source. We just saw Popcorn get a 4K1 on the Deathslinger. That's absolutely insane. That man's only supposed to be in like 6 to 7, maybe 8 stages, but Popcorn managed to get the 4K1. So now we're going to be seeing what X-Tap can do. Can he get that 4K2 for the win, or is he going to be playing for the Tycon? Who knows? Maybe he even gets an insane gen setup and all the gens are just like in one side of the map. This map is very, very RNG. Loading in. I want to see what his build is. We see pretty much the same build that Popcorn was on, except we've got Agitation instead of Broken. Yeah, Agitation. I agree with Agitation. You can pull them, again, pretty much wherever you want. Similar to like what I was saying with the Spirit set earlier. But yeah. Oh, and we got a cigar instead of the spiky chains. Whatever you were saying before, Kieru.
The prison chains.
It's the one.
It was a very early first tag. He didn't swing there to get the cigar value, to get quicker recovery. Though he does opt to leave it to look for the people crossing up to top side. Although he's running into hill. Could be another tag very early on in the game. Deception is looking not as strong a start. There's a very early tag again.
Hopefully they can get Potato Savage healed up and, you know, ready to start committing to these generators up top. But we do have Riley currently chasing in the open generator area. Yes, it's at main building, but we're not at the strongest side of the main building. So playing some mind games, and that's just going to be the down onto Riley, taking the fall into the hole. And that's going to be the first hook for X-Tap, and Men's has Agitation, so he can pretty much pull them anywhere, and probably found himself a nice little pain res in this corner. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Nice little pain res in that one corner. We got a little 3-gen here at like 3, 2, 1 in main, and trying to get that long distance hit onto Recital, but doesn't quite hit it.
These gens are quite a lot more split than Popcorn's gens. It might be hard for X-Tap to patrol these unless he wants to dedicate the game to one side, which would be a pretty decent player. We do see a sort of 4-gen setup, with one being at 3, I believe, which is a very loose 4-gen. He could honestly just camp this till death. Ooh, what a great shot from X-Tap.
Damn, that was an insane shot. A nice tag. That is not what you want on Team Deception at all. You don't really want to be getting tagged, getting caught out for that unhook. And I think Potato's just going to take that and go straight down to the bottom side of the map. And we've got to be confirming that second stage onto Riley here. We don't really have any survivors attacking this 3-gen. I think they should notice by now what, you know, generators that X-Tap is trying to what's the word? Protect. And just checking edge map here, make sure no one's sitting on that 3. We do see one generator down the bottom done, but I don't think X-Tap really cares. I think he's just going to hold this choke now, because I think he knows 3 survivors are down this bottom side.
Yeah, with such a early hook as well, they might have to let him die and just try and get as much gen pressure as they can. Although they might have doubled that first gen, because I did see the reset coming through as well. So not much gen pressure, I do believe, at the bottom side. Oh, what a great shot, catching him off guard. Oh, will be cigar value as well.
Oh my god, and we just see 2 missed skill checks as well on the generator at least 7 and 3, so we know not really anything's happening on those generators. And we catch out LV Duck trying to go in for the save, and he actually makes it, getting the save. We're going to be getting tagged, but body blocking Riley not able to make that pallet, and now we can just play the waiting game, count out that BT 3, 2, 1. JK, we couldn't hit them in time, but anyway, taking this chase, zoned him up top. This is exactly what you want to do. We're just playing loop, bring around the Rosie, trying to get that tag, and that's exactly what happens. Xtap playing out of his mind. That's a down and death onto Riley, and we've got 2 injuries on the board, and we've still got 4 generators remaining. This is insane.
It was very well played from Xtap with the zoning. I don't think the BT was worn off, and that's why he didn't swing. He just took the mending from the cigar anyway. Although, you do see the resets coming, so not much gen pressure still at the bottom side. Deception isn't looking too strong at this point. No progress there. Xtech knows he has time to walk down bottom side. Oh, I ate my words. They were progressing bottom gens. This is getting slowly closer to the win con for Deception.
Yeah, they're slowly but surely making their way there, but so is XTAP. I think if they just need 2 more generators, and then they're at Tycon, and then they just need all generators pop for the win. But XTAP is just taking these tags and just protecting this 4-gen at the top side. I don't think he really cares about those bottom generators because he knows he can play around this very well. He's got these survivors zoned to the bottom side of the map, so he literally just has to sit here and hold the choke and play this game as slow as he possibly wants. Yes, you still have to progress the game technically, but yeah, the game's pretty much in the palm of his hands right now. They're more than likely resetting Recital down towards this bottom side of the map, and I think that's exactly... Oh, just missing the shot. That's exactly what XTAP was thinking as well, and we're going for the shot there, but not quite getting it. Potato Savage holding W towards the top side. Ooh, playing a little bit impatient this time with your shots. Trying to go for those quick COD scopes, but not quite getting it. And this allows Potato to cross over.
Although running into the 4-gen might not be the best idea. Although he double backs. This is still winnable. They did pop a gen at top. I believe that was top. And the resale of Recital. Deception might bring this game back. That's a good shot. He just runs bottom and then resets. Xtap still can protect his gens. Yeah, watch that choke point. He does see, I think, Recital over on the left side. Which is all 3 survivors. He can commit bottom side because no one's progressing top gens. He has quite a lot of time. Lucky missed shot.
And unfortunately not getting that shot and hit onto Recital there, but he knows that Potato Savage and LV Duck are more than likely resetting because we did see LV Duck running around, and we actually hear Potato Savage's nice little breathing around this water tower, and this is going to be the down anyway. Nice little zoning with the Harpoonist getting the down onto Potato Savage down this bottom side of the map. They still haven't crossed over to that top side, and with agitation, XTAP can just drag Homie all the way up to the top. Doesn't really need to be on a pain res because we know those generators have not been touched. Oh my god, and that's a hill hook too.
Might be... Although they still be able to get him out because hill is on the bottom side. So they still have sort of easy passageway. He still needs to check those right side gens. As long as they time it well, they should be able to get him out of the situation. But still looking around bottom, I would probably be checking top gens right now.
Yeah, with that pickup and the hook on the hill, one of them was more than likely crossed over to one side, which I think XTAP's kind of giving these gens a little bit of a look-see, a little bit of a glance, but it's stressing me out that you haven't actually gone to check the gens because I can't tell what they're at. And going again down to this bottom side of the map, maybe over-committing here. Yeah, misses that shot. I would go back after that shot, and that's exactly what he is doing, reloading his harpoon, checking on the hook, make sure no one's coming in for the save. We haven't seen LV Duck, so LV Duck could have potentially stealth up the top side of the map here and could be sitting on that generator at 1, because I don't know if he can see if the pistons are pumping from where he is. We see the scratch marks. I think that's Recital trying to play for an aggressive unhook, and yeah, we're just going to be, now we're beelining it to this generator at 1 and potentially cutting off LV Duck trying to get down to the bottom, and that's exactly what's happening. A tag. This could be a 1-2 tap onto LV Duck if we can get this shot. Ooh. Oh, no, we miss it. And that's going to allow LV to get even more distance down toward the bottom side of the map. And I think we're just going to be cutting these survivors off as well. Make sure the reset's not coming in at the hook or potentially moving up towards the top side. Deception are playing this nice and slow. This is exactly what they need to be doing in this type of situation.
Yep, very nice and slow. Although with that, X-Hat does know when he can and can't commit. He does see Potato up at 11, sorry. Pretty zoned as well. A little quick on the shot. Melon Bidding is still pretty strong. He's not overly zoned unless he's... We might see the hit from the Zydle. He's just running up into one side, into the most progress gen as well. Interesting play. We do see the body block coming in from the Zydle. Oh, unlucky. Just takes the pick, plays it nice and slow. He knows he's in a comfortable position. But LV Duck is still injured.
Oh, this is looking even more rough for Deception. I didn't realize Potato Savage was Deathhook.
Oh, neither did I.
Now we're in a 2v1 situation with 2 generators remaining, and we know exactly what Saddle is. And we get the tag, and oh, this is looking dicey.
He can either commit to this or check 3. I would probably check 3 gen just because I'm a little nervous about it getting done. We haven't seen him in a while still. After that last tag, he's going back up to 1, which was just popped. We do hear him edge map. Oh, this is just a very quick down. Yeah, this is looking like a possible hatch play. None of the gens on the left side are progressed.
I think they can potentially tie it here if one of these survivors gets out. Never mind. I need to stop talking. Sometimes as a caster, you just kind of wish for the survivor's demise when you're saying what they could possibly be doing. And yeah, no, that's X-Tap finding Residual and managing to get his hook. If LV Duck bleeds out, they could potentially, get some more points on the board, but but no. Yeah, that's 4K2. That's absolutely insane. X-Tap played around his generators perfectly. Survivors a little bit what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think. I don't know. That was just kind of insane, and that's a nice hook onto LV Duck. But yeah, that's going to be the win for Source. So they're going to be moving into the next round next week. But you know what? Deception is not out of the game yet. They go into the elimination bracket, which happens on Sunday as well. Residual. Oh my god, I'm so lost right now. Kieru, I was amazing to cast with you. If you want to say anything, talk about the games, whatever you want to say, give us, have a little showdown or something. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up now.
It was my first time casting. I had a very good time. It was some very good sets from the previous ones as well as this one. X-Tap, he knew what the win con was, and he got it done. So well played from him. Well played to Deception. There's not really much else I can add to that, really.
Yeah, no, they played absolutely insane. It was very, very close games. Deception, they played the best of their capability, but X-Tap's, homie's been around for a bit. His shots were insane, even like on his other killers, played absolutely insane.